The invitation of self rests in the knowing that you're on the right path. The invitation of self rests in the knowing that the next step of your being will be the step in the discovery of you, into the you that is generating the optimal outcomes of your existence. When the world operates within the format of the being and the being of form, it allows you to connect and to coincide with yourself on the higher level. It allows you to enter the self that is designed to flourish, the self that is designed to exist in harmony and peace within you and then within the world around you. Oh, what does it mean to be on the road to discovery of self? The road to the discovery of self lies in the understanding that you are a being of light, you are a being of creation, and you're a being of manifestation. All of those functions are innately enable you to function in your highest good, and then the good of the highest for the humanity as a whole. So to know yourself, to know your highest good, to know your highest path is to live, to know your oneness, to know your divine being in the existence as a whole. How do we take the steps to live in our highest good? Remember where you came from. Pause and realize that this experience, your experience, our experience right now, is in fact a glimpse, a test, a play onto the greater good of all. It is the exploration of your being. It is exploration of your human soul. It is exploration of your consciousness in the form of something new, in the form of something different. It is in fact an opening, a bloom, like a flower, a bloom of a flower, expansion, rebirth, contraction and expansion, a flow and ebb of an endless process. That is your humanity. When one touches the divine within, the divine of their knowing, they're touching the greatest, the most sublime accomplishment of their existence. To touch the divine, to know your divinity, and to live your divine each and every day is in fact you accomplishing everything that you needed to accomplish in this life. That is your goal, to see your divinity within yourself and to see the divinity of others within them. The optimal goal of your existence is to reach the point of understanding, the point of oneness within, and to allow that oneness to flourish, to bloom, to exist in the world that you live in today. What is some advice that you could offer for that to happen, to live in oneness, to live in the existence of us? Surrender to the peace of yourself within. Surrender to your knowing. Surrender to your intuition. Surrender to the call that is within you. Surrender to yourself as your guide. Your journey is unique. Your journey consists of you being your own follower. Your journey is a journey of self-discovery, of turmoils, of pain, all to at the end discover yourself within your being. So to find yourself, to be yourself, is in fact to know yourself. So spend some time finding yourself. Spend some time knowing yourself, finding out who you truly are, finding out your passions, finding out your call within. Your body's calling you in a direction. Your heart, your mind is pulling you somewhere to something. And that something is, in fact, your true being. So to be on the path of you, to be in the path of righteous knowing, to be on the path of oneness, is in fact to be aligned with yourself. To ask yourself to trust your own being is the hardest point of separation you can possibly go through. All along the way, you have been taught to trust into something else, to believe in something else, to know elsewhere and elsewise as the source of wisdom, the source of knowledge, to rely and to allow yourself to be guided by someone else's ideology, someone else's ideas, someone else's thoughts of how things should and are. But in fact, to let that go and to trust yourself would be the hardest step of all. To trust you within, to trust your own call, to trust your own being would be the hardest thing to do in order to reach your own self within. So I ask you to trust your being, to trust within your intuition, to stop listening to the calls of otherwise, not because the call is wrong, simply because the call is not yours. Your internal calling, your internal knowing, your own internal being is your guide. There's no one else outside of you who will be able to guide your way through your personal journey of awakening, or your personal journey to oneness, or your personal journey into self. Allow that you to find its voice within you. Allow that you to realize that you are the divine that is responsible for your own awakening, your own call of self. To trust within yourself. So trust. Know and trust. Where do we go? Where do we go to find the self of within? Is in the space of nothing. In the space where your mind is at peace. In the space where your mind belongs to itself is where the true intuition lies, where your true knowing of self exists. The true guidance is there, in the space of nothing. It is up to you how you reach it. It is up to you how you accomplish the existence of your own self. It is up to you where you go to find the space of calmness, space of serenity that allows you to face yourself, allows you to know yourself, and then ultimately allows you to listen and to trust within yourself. The human journey is in fact the journey of self-discovery, and believing in yourself is that journey. Listening to yourself, finding yourself, calming your mind into the self is the journey. Speak the truth. Speak your truth. Speak your truth to yourself. If your truth does not belong with others, know that it belongs to you. Others might have their own truth. Others might have their own version of understanding or discovery of the process to self. But your truth is your truth. So believe in yourself and believe that the words that you're saying are your truth. No one can sway you or guide you away from your own personal knowledge of truth. So allow your truth to bloom, the flower of you, the lotus of discovery. Allow it to bloom out of everything that was your past into something beautiful, renewed, joyous. Allow yourself to bloom. And the separation of self, it is a dualistic process. You're functioning in duality of your reality. Currently, you're living in dual world of understanding or touching on your spiritual self, your self of awakening, and at the same time reserving a 1 foot into the world of duality. As the world is shifting and as the world is changing, you'll be making a choice, or you have made a choice, of where you place yourself, of to what you align your allegiance to the world of otherwise or to the world of your truth. It is an active choice, it is an active decision to go into the space where you decide where you reside. Which you will you choose to be the you of today? Which you will you choose to be the you of tomorrow? That you is your choice, the choice that allows you to know the direction in which you're going, and ultimately the place where you will end up. Allow yourself to choose. Allow yourself to recognize the duality of some of the aspects of your nature, and then allow yourself to recognize the oneness of the whole, separating yourself between the frequencies of dual and singular thinking, between the singularity of it all and the dualistic nature of the world. Know thyself, and you will know your direction in life.